Okay, gloves.
It's gotta be gloves.
Cause why? Mittens are just weird.
Yeah, I thought we were worried we were gonna have the different. Hello, everybody. I thought we were gonna have different answers for this.
No,
based
I
on
knew
your...
we weren't. I knew we
Okay.
had the same answer, but I was
Okay.
just like, well, I'm going to be a little trickster.
Oh, you had me. I thought you were a mittens guy.
No. What am I, a buffoon?
I-
What am I, an orangutan?
Yeah, when you asked at the end of last episode about the thing you mentioned, like, oh, is it the thing you gave me?
Yeah.
So for context, I gave Mark my pair of sticky football player gloves that are like meant to keep your hands warm, but also have this like tacky material at the end so you can like hold on to
My
footballs
hands
easier.
were cold. We were walking at 2 in the morning. My hands were chilly.
Yeah, this is back when it was actually cold outside.
And now it's 80 degrees today.
Oh, and stuffy, dude. It's so stuffy.
Talk about stuff.
Ugh, I could, and I think I will. For about 30 to 45 minutes.
On this episode of... I don't know a thing. Alright, yeah. On this episode of...
Baton
Pass.
Whoa.
Whoa! Wait, dude, like Mordecai and Rigby?
Whoa!
You're like, whoa! When I was clapping at the SWOAs, the Student Rhythmic Effects plays on campus, the guy next to me goes, you kind of sound like Mordecai and Rigby? And I'm like, oh, yeah.
Just both of them?
He's like, because I never told you that? I'm like, no, but...
And not one of them. Not Mordecai or Rigby. You sound like both of them.
Like, I mean, he might have said, you sound like a regular show.
That's not a compliment.
No, he thought it was, I don't know.
Maybe he just thought it was funny.
Whoa. This might cause a big drama between us. I don't know if you agree on this, but I feel
no.
that the name Mittens sounds like, when you look at them, right?
Okay.
I look at mittens and gloves. I would think that gloves would be called mittens.
I guess so, because like the long O, like and gloves, like it sounds open. It sounds very round.
I don't know if I would say that mittens look like gloves, but I think gloves look like they could be called mittens. But also mittens has like a fluffy sound. It sounds fluffy.
I think mittens are very cute.
They could both be fluffy.
Very like fun.
And then so I guess it makes sense, but also I'm right and always right.
Yeah, you're never wrong.
Never been wrong, never been mad.
It's not even unrecorded. Like not even what?
Not even on the record. Especially not on the record.
Especially not on the
record time.
So though, well, let's get into it. Why not? Let's start talking about some stuff. There is not a whole lot to talk about when it comes to recent gaming news, which is appearing to be the case for the foreseeable future.
I'll get my people on it.
Yeah, we gotta have our probes.
My people will be on it.
Our hired eyes.
They're putting Gup in Risk of Rain 2 as a playable character.
Oh, are they?
April's Fool.
Oh no!
Oh, got him.
Jeez.
Guys, we're ending the podcast. It's no more episodes.
Starting right now.
April Fool.
Oh God, you got me.
I'm just a master.
I was ready to hit end record right now.
Yeah, and go eat some soap.
Big foamy soap eater, yep.
It looks like I would put that on like a sundae.
It's like you're topping. Instead of a cherry, you just top it with foamy soap. Cherry flavored foamy soap.
Yeah, I'm like, I would eat bubbles too, but they don't have flavor for the most part.
Yeah.
Because you're not...
You'd be hard pressed to find the flavor of a bubble.
Non-toxic stuff that you're not supposed to eat is probably my vice.
Are bubbles GMO?
If by GMO you mean gamer man oriented, then yes.
I guess there's no arguing with that. But let's actually talk about some gaming stuff. There is, even though there's not a lot, there are a few things that we can talk about. And one of them, new character in Overwatch 2. Life Weaver?
Stink smeller?
You know nothing about this.
No.
Yeah, okay.
I saw a picture and I was like, okay, cool. And then the next tweet below it was, Activision Blizzard is getting...
Yeah, they definitely dropped this new character right in the midst of all of their lawsuits.
People are saying that they did that to try to mitigate it. That's not how it works.
This stuff's in production for a while.
Yeah.
It's the timing is really just like it couldn't be better for them.
Yeah.
This is very fortunate timing for their PR team.
Yeah.
But it's not they're not dropping it because of the lawsuits. This has been in the works for a while. I mean, it's a new support character, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure. Openly not straight.
Hey man, we love that.
We love that.
A for ally.
Woo! And also Baptiste, a character from before, confirmed not straight either because of his interaction with Lifeweaver. Woo! We love Inclusivity.
What were they talking about?
I don't know. I didn't listen to it. I'm pretty sure. I don't know.
They were like, man, I sure love
Just
men.
love that dude over there.
That's great. You love to see
I think they were like asking each other out on like a date or something, but I could be totally wrong. And that's kind of how we found out.
Got rejected.
Yeah, Lifeweaver is just too much of a babe.
What's your ideal date?
My ideal date?
Ideal first date.
Ooh. I think I am more on the side of like I want to do something fun. So I would love to go like walk in the park, picnic, bowling. I think bowling's a really fun first date because it's so just like chill.
Crazy how I'm really good at bowling.
Oh yeah? We have the receipts too. Hey, Paulie.
Hey, Paulie, pull up my scores. What was it? You were in like the triple digits and I was like 24.
I think I had my best day of bowling ever.
Yeah.
And you got like, I think it was 23.
Worse than I even did as a kid. When was the last time you played bowling since that?
Since
day?
then?
Yeah.
I think I played bowling actually with some old high school friends over winter break.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you had some stuff.
It was
there.
like 2 months removed. So I bowled, but before that
I was like several years.
Yeah.
So
that was an event.
But if you put me on to like Fortnite after several years,
it's right back to the grind,
I'll be doing
baby.
Good. And I still haven't played Fortnite in like weeks.
It's just not gaming.
Yeah.
Just not a game.
I played Nuclear Throne while watching Mean Girls, and that's it. This past couple weeks, that's literally it.
That's pretty funny though.
I like the game.
You couldn't have your full attention on either Nuclear Throne or Mean Girls.
There are two wolves inside you. One watches Mean Girls and the other plays video game.
Video gamer.
I like games.
We do like games here on Baton Pass. Baton Pass! Whoa.
Wow.
I always forget. My goal is to always say it in a funny way. I don't want to just say Baton Pass normally.
Baton's Pass.
Baton Pass normally.
Oh, there's construction on US 202.
Oh, is there?
Guys, look, we're now doing traffic updates, so put that in. Put that on the resume.
Yeah, if you guys are driving 2 weeks ago.
Paulie, put in the car crash noise. Put a horn right here. That's the worst. That's scary.
Yeah.
When you're listening to a song and it's just like beep beep and you're like, oh god.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know what happened, man.
That was
like intentional, but I didn't know what it sounded like until it came out.
Oh my god, you're catching me off guard here today, Mark. Jesus. I wonder how that picked up. I wonder if it did. Right, so, besides the new Overwatch 2 character, which, by the way, this is the first support character that's been added since Baptiste. So it's been like 2+ years since they added a support character to this game. I know, so I'm pretty sure, this is a thing, I have not done any research on this. I don't even know if Lifeweaver's a support character. I have no idea. He just looks like one, so I'm going to say he is.
Go on. What class would you be?
Like if I was a playable character in acclaimed Blizzard Activision series Overwatch 2?
Or like any game. But let's stick to Overwatch.
Let's stick to Overwatch. I think if you're going off vibes, I'm like not nearly as interesting as any of these characters. So when you think of the boring characters, what's the boring class?
See, you're just taking the. Come on, look! You look great in this light. Look at you. The light's shining wonderfully on you, and you're like, I'm boring and
I am humble. Clearly,
if you say that, then you will be boring in L.
I don't want to be boring in L.
You have to be awesome in W.
Yes.
W for women.
Okay, then I'm gonna say I'm awesome in W DPS class.
Okay. What does DPS stand for?
Damage per second.
Oh, I thought it was dill pickles shrimp. My favorite meal. I had a pickle today.
Okay.
Dill pickle from ShopRite. Crunchy. And I hadn't eaten a pickle from that jar in like a week.
And it was okay still?
It was fine, but I was just like, I wasn't vibing with it. So I ate half of it and like threw it out.
Just was not vibing with
I don't know what
dill
it
pickle.
is. Maybe I'm past my pickle era.
You're moving on to gherkins and pepperoncini.
Don't talk to me about gherkins. Don't talk to me about gherkins.
I actually almost bought a thing of pepperoncini today when I was at Giant. Because I really like it. It's like $7 for a jar. And I can only eat like 3 at a time. And there's like 100 in there. And so, like, I just never be able to.
Do the math. It's like 3 months worth of pepperoncini.
But it goes bad before that. It goes bad pretty quick.
Put them in the blender. I know pepperoncinis as a thing that comes in the Papa John's pizza. That's yeah.
Oh, Papa John's pepperoncini.
Sometimes I bite it just for fun. Same way if I'm doing a garlic thing, I'm like, let me just like eat some of this diced minced garlic, and it's not fun. Or like if you eat a good garlic clove, your breath will stink, but it's good for
It's good for your soul.
your gut and your stuff.
Your gut macrobiome.
Or if you eat like a moldy strawberry.
Moldy strawberry?
Yeah, moldy strawberry core.
I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if I can
That's
imagine.
my aesthetic.
Is that is that right? So if you're moldy strawberry core, I'm gherkin core.
No, not allowed. Gherkin core is your mama.
No, my mother is a wonderful woman.
I didn't say it was bad.
It was.
She low-key gives gherkin vibes, though. Wait, why is she giving gherkin?
Don't say that.
Okay, she's like a wonderful dragon fruit, fresh from the fields, wherever they grow.
The dragon fruit fields.
Where do they grow those?
The acclaimed dragon
Do
fruit
they grow
fields?
underground like in Minecraft?
Definitely on trees, right? Surely.
Banana.
Or
Yeah.
like bushes. I don't know if they're out in the field.
Like Bush Ranger from Fortnite.
Have we ever grown a pair of dragon fruits in Animal Crossing or anything like that? Do they exist?
No, they have apple, pear, orange, coconut,
Did you ever play Harvest Moon?
gherkin. No, I played Stardew Valley and Dinkum and
Dinkum.
another one. Croc. The Croc.
Oh, I mean, everyone's heard of and played Croc.
Mhm.
If you haven't, I mean, that's L.
Shout out Joe. Joe's played Croc. I know it. He looks like a guy. And he loves Die Hard.
It's true. Very real. Very true. Best Christmas movie, by the way. But let's not get too off topic. Let's try at least a little bit to stay on topic.
Kid name topic.
One of the big things I wanted to talk about. One of the last Tekken 7 Evo Japan tournaments happened, and they announced 2 characters at the end of that. Very cool, very fun. It's really funny that they're ramping up the hype for Tekken 8, and the game's not gonna come out for like another year still.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like a year out, and there's like a full roster of character trailers out. They've already been hyping it up, with the current circuit for Tekken 7. I mean, obviously, I don't know if the next Evo Japan will have Tekken 8. Maybe it'll do like what Smash did, where like the first competitive instance of it will be at like the big tournament. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then it's just like, who's the best day one player?
Yeah.
Which I think is always really fun. I think that's fun.
I do like that. Who are the new characters?
New characters?
They
I
added.
don't know if they've added any new
Well, the
characters.
2 ones they revealed that you mentioned.
One was like Shanju. It's like a Chinese name.
I thought it was French.
And
Like
the Leroy, the guy with the cane,
Like
the blind
Leroy,
guy with the
like
cane.
Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, actually, I might be. No, I was wrong. It's not Shanju. It was the other Kazuma sister. So like Jin's sister. I can't remember her first name, but it was her and Leroy, the guy with the blind guy with the cane. All I have to say is, if you know a fighting game has a blind fighter that uses a cane to whoop you as a opposing character, it's a pretty good starting roster.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in Dragon Ball Fighter Z, they got like 20 Gokus. but they're different. But they're different. It's different. No.
Yeah. They added, what was the overpowered one they had there? It was the Dragon Ball GT Goku.
Super Goblin Scrumptious Mode 11 to the 9th power 0.2. That sounds like the Nier Automata title. You know that the new Nier game where it's like version 6.1,
Yeah.
3.1415. I don't know any more pie than that.
3.14159.265. That's all I
know.
No.
You're supposed to say geek. Classic reference. Also in the news. It sounds like Keemstar.
Also in the news.
E3 is
canceled.
Dead. It's not coming back.
Just like Tennessee legislators. That's right. Canceled. No longer here.
Over the past couple of years, it's seen a slow death. They were like, oh, well, this company will pull out, and then this one will. And now it's just like, just gone.
Yeah,
it's just not happening.
I think I don't want to say the CEO, but the guy who was in charge of planning and coordinating E3, I think he did release a statement talking about how he still wants to do something, just might not be in the form of E3.
Yeah.
Which I think there's a niche there to be filled, because like we were talking about it earlier before we hit record here, but there's PAX, and what is the other big like trade show type event for video games?
There's too many games in Philadelphia. That's only East Coast.
Yeah. There's no big headlining.
I want to go there. I need to go there.
I think it would be fun. Do you think people shower before they show up to events like that? That's my one thing. Do they put on deodorant? I would hope so.
It's so crazy how gamers are so yucky. They
Yeah.
have to put out like statements like, "Hey, shower."
I mean, what was that one? There was the infamous like Smash tournament.
Yeah, or there was a whole epidemic.
Weren't allowed to enter unless they like physically right then and there put on deodorant.
Really?
I'm pretty sure, like,
Maybe
if you
sniff test.
couldn't, yeah, like, you couldn't come in, because they're like, no, you just need to not smell like that.
Can they train like a police dog to sniff test you? A bloodhound?
A bloodhound? I don't know if you need to go that crazy.
Put me in there.
Just get the bouncer to do it.
Yeah.
Just get a real kinky bouncer.
Ooh, yeah. But there's Summer Games Fest that Jeffrey Keighley, the Game Awards guy, does.
But the Game Awards is different, I feel like.
But that's not Game Awards.
Yeah.
But he was doing that alongside. Well, he wasn't doing E3, but you know, it was a week or a month before E3.
Yeah.
So that's probably going to be even bigger now. So he was talking about big plans for that, and now that E3's out of the picture, it's going to be.
I mean,
but now there's no like guaranteed middle of June presentations.
Yeah, because like that was E3.
Yeah.
You know, there was nothing else around that time. I hope there's something, because I love the idea of in-person events, and we've been so robbed of that ever since, you know, COVID and the pandemic.
The virus has been going around.
Yeah. It's especially because it's such a divisive issue sometimes, where it's like, it's hard to coordinate, because some people, you know, are just, it's a lot. But now that we're finally, you know, crossing that bridge, and we're on the other side, you know what I mean? We have an opportunity to get back to these huge in-person events.
Back into the light of joy and wonderfulness and whimsicality.
Yeah. I want to have joyous whimsy as I'm perusing
Joy,
the Sony section at the next biggest trade show. You know what I mean? I want to see the Chrono Cross remake that I've been hoping for.
I want the Mushroom Festival for gaming. That's what E3 needs to be.
What was this? The Jamestown Mushroom Festival? Is that the one?
Kennett Square.
Kennett Square.
Kennett Square. Is there other mushroom festivals?
There's gotta be.
Maybe we're not talking about the same kind of mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wahoo!
I'm talking about the fun kind.
Wahoo!
The kind that you can eat.
That's what Mario says. He says, I had some mushrooms last night and I bit into a raw one and I was like, why did I do this? And
you bit into a raw mushroom?
Yeah.
Did you just find it?
Well, I had mushrooms that I was making my dinner with, and then I sliced them up and I bit into a raw one before I cooked it, and I was like, this is no bueno.
I don't know anyone who likes the taste of raw mushroom.
I can name a couple Italian fellers, some plumbers even.
Some plumbers?
And
Oh.
Maybe a green dinosaur.
Who may or may not have just starred in their own movie.
Yep. Congrats to my good friends Mario and Luigi.
Mario,
and Luigi Mario.
Yeah, true.
Those are their full names.
I have not seen that.
I have not seen Sing or Sing 2.
That's a good thing.
It could be good though.
You tell me you don't want to hear Taron Egerton saying "I'm Still Standing"?
I feel like I might like Sing, honestly.
I think
On a good day.
if you like the music and like the covers of it, like there's two really good covers from Sing. It's Taron Egerton's "I'm Still Standing" and who's the Family Guy? The guy who does all the voices for Family Guy.
Seth MacFarlane?
Seth MacFarlane.
Yeah.
He does
Is he the monkey?
The Frank Sinatra song.
Oh, My Way? Oh,
My Way.
He's the mouse. He's the mouse.
He's the Rat Pack.
I think if I was having a really bad day, I would go insane watching that. But if I was like feeling good,
Yeah.
it would just make me giggle a lot. Then I would get into it.
I think all Illumination Pictures movies are like, they're just really hard to watch if you're not in a good mood, because they're so just like, I don't want to say they're bad movies, but I will say they dumb down the animation format to its most basic essence and then target it towards kids, and it's a tough watch.
New Spider-Verse looks good. That comes out in June.
Yes, I need to rewatch the first one. I need to see that one again. I need to know how John Mulaney's performance holds up after all this time.
I'm Spider-Ham. Hey, my dad's a lawyer.
Okay, we talked about this before, but can we talk about it in terms of video games? Celebrity voice acting? How it's just not even voice acting? It's just the celebrities doing their voices. You know what is the worst example of this? Surely. And like, I mean, there's tons of examples for movies, and people may know. I mean, in the Lion King remake, the 3D live action remake, The Lion King, there was the guy who did the Tonight Show, the British John Oliver. He was Zazu.
Why do they do that?
It's just not. It's just him. It's not even. There's no acting. It's just.
It's not gonna make people want to see the movie more.
No.
And if it does, it's like
it takes away from it.
A 5% increase. Maybe.
This is a problem I feel like we're getting with video games now, because now that you're getting stuff like The Last of Us and The Witcher, like these are becoming so popular that they become pop culture.
Yeah.
Like, now I feel like the video game industry is seeing that and being like, well, now we got to put in celebrity voice actors into our game to create these personalities. What was the one? It was Rockay City. Have you seen this game?
I know Roku City.
No.
I'm in Roku City, help!
No, Rockay City. It's like a new game that just came out a couple days ago, and it has Chuck Norris. It has other, like, all these huge names that you know, and their voice acting is so bad.
The budget, especially when it's not big, like super big stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, small studios can't, whether it's a movie or a game, they can't like afford celebrities, but it doesn't make sense. It's like, it saves money. If the game's good, people will go play it.
Yeah, it's like,
you don't need that.
If you look up Rockay City gameplay, and you should after we're done recording here, because it's really, it looks like a mobile game where each mission, so it's like a drug, like, cartel territory, like
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, like Breaking Bad.
What the?
But each mission's like, you have to go to your opposing gang's territory and steal their drugs and just, you know, sort of mess up all their supply routes and just take over their territory. Well, you get Chuck Norris in the back of your ear going like, "That's it, kid. You did it." And like each mission is like 5 seconds long. It literally, you can finish a mission in that game in like T-minus 2 minutes, dude. And it's just awful. It's awful. And if you can really tell that because of the amount of like celebrities they got to get to do voice acting and just the pure amount of star power in their lineup, that they didn't want to inconvenience any of them. And so it's like, you can tell it's all first takes.
Yeah.
It's like the whole game is just one giant thing of first takes, because they're just like, oh, that was great, yeah, good, we'll go on to the next one.
And they thought it would carry the crap game.
Well, they just thought the names alone would get people to buy it. And then the repetitive, it's like if someone designed a game based off of those TikTok videos where half the screen is someone doing a GTA like race, and then the other half is like a joke.
And it's a soap cut, and there's a soap cutting video. Also.
Yeah,
that's so concerning.
Where people's attention spans literally cannot last longer than 15 seconds.
That actually freaks me out. How the whole multiple videos on one screen thing actually makes me like sick.
Yeah,
that's like scary. I don't know.
Yeah,
because I understand. Okay, watching like playing a game, listening to a thing, or just being like, okay, I'm gonna skip this video or skip ahead.
Yeah.
But if people actually need to have a second video on their thing, that makes me ill, and I do not feel.
Well,
good
what's your opinion on people who watch a movie and play a video game at the same time, like perhaps Mean Girls and Nuclear Throne?
So I was halfway through Mean Girls, and you know, I'm like, okay, I'm just watching a movie alone. It's passive consumption.
Yeah.
I'm like, ugh. And this isn't like a super involved movie.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
were you saying Mean Girls is not a masterpiece?
I give it a 12 out of 10.
Oh.
12 out of 10. Yep. Solid.
Just slightly surpassing, you know, the all-time greats.
It's fetch. What can I say? Yeah.
I guess the difference between what you were doing and the TikTok videos is the TikTok, like, multiple videos on screen, all 2 or 3 of those videos on your screen, it's all passive consumption.
Yeah.
It's just different, like, avenues of passive consumption.
And it's made like that. You're not choosing to go put something else on.
Yeah. It's crazy to me, like, how TikTok has evolved to... Now it is, like, this driving force of destroying the attention spans of the youth of today.
The other platforms definitely do it too, especially because there are reels and shorts, but, TikTok is probably the worst offender.
Well, I mean, it's always on the forefront.
Yeah.
It's always the first one to do something, and then all the other ones copy it.
But they have, who do they have on TikTok? They have...
Hank Green.
I don't know any funny... They got... Is Croc on there?
Surely in some way, shape, or form. There are...
Croc Talk.
The Croc Talk TV.
That'd be a good podcast. Talking about crocodiles, but like, what's the Australian dude who goes in the woods? You know what I'm talking about. Australian or is he British?
What are you talking about?
The guy who, what's his name? He does like the outdoorsy show. Crap.
Is this the guy who does like the super like rapid fire cuts? And he's like, "Nah, I'm here. I'm going up there, and now I'm up here."
I think so, but he's like, it was like a classic TV show.
Oh, you mean? Oh, dude, are you talking about the Crocodile Hunter?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
What's his name?
No, I'm not telling you. Think for a second.
Crap. Okay, first letter. It's not Michael Bay.
Died from a stingray.
Reggie Fils-Aimé. Joseph Biden.
I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull up a picture. Hold on. Oh, this is awful. Give me a sec. Hold on.
You ever feel it?
But this is funnier. Oh, come on.
The Crucible.
There he is. All right. Tell me who this man is.
Well, it says Steve Irwin.
Oh, it says it right
but
there.
But am I thinking of somebody else?
No, surely not.
There's somebody else too. Hold on. I'm in the. But is that already sounds like? Oh, I'm in the. Yeah.
Well, he's like, oh, crikey, look at the size of this one. And he's like hugging a snake that could kill him in like 2 seconds. He seriously? Yeah, Steve Irwin. He has a son now, you know, Steve Irwin. He's like following in his father's footsteps. Excuse us, guys. Mark is literally typing on my computer as we speak. What are you looking at?
I feel like there's somebody else.
This is gonna sound awful in the final cut. Will we?
Bear Grylls.
Oh my, Bear.
That's what I was thinking of. Bear Grylls. Is
the guy who drank his own piss?
Yeah, is he American?
No.
That's So that's what I was thinking of. There we go. I knew I was onto something.
Okay. Who thinks of Bear Grylls as like the guy who goes into the forest and
not
whatnot?
the guy who watches forest. I watches foresty stuff.
Well, I'm glad we got to the end of that.
I like to go in the Minecraft forest and look for the little gnomes.
Big gnome guy, yeah. Well, my favorite thing is the goblin character in Minecraft.
What goblin?
You don't see the goblin character when you play Minecraft?
Oh, what just happened?
Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
Oh, jeez, I just feel like I just woke up from like a long nap.
Yeah, that was...
Or a short sleep.
Or an average length rest.
Me when I'm at rest.
Honk, shoo, me. What else do we want to talk about? There was a couple other things.
I got one, and maybe I'm a bit of a crook for this. I can't think of a smart segue. Cheat code.
We never do. The cheat code.
Yes, we do. Cheat code. Let me tell you, cheat code's classic. I love. That's such a cool element of stuff, of games that doesn't exist anymore today.
What's the only game that does it? Well, I guess there's two. GTA and Saints Row.
Yeah.
Those are the two games.
Minecraft commands.
Minecraft, that is cheat codes, I guess, if you think about it. But yeah, GTA and Saints Row, they're the only ones that still do it. And granted, I feel like that style of game is really good for cheat codes. You know, giant open world, do whatever you want stuff.
You say that, but GTA came out 10 years ago. And we made that point, so...
That is true.
And Saints Row, I don't know if the newest one has cheat codes, but...
Surely it must. That's like one of the main things.
I watched a full review for it. I feel like I would have heard.
There was no mention at all?
They have a... You know what they have.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you know, with the...
Well, see, that reminds me of the...
And you know what that makes me think of is actually...
Oh, yeah. See, but that's kind of closer, that's more related to...
When I hear cheat codes, the first thing I thought was Action Replay.
Oh my god, yeah.
And Game Shark. I never had Game Shark, but I had... People who play online on Guilty Gear Strive use Game Shark. Whenever I lose, they're using Game Shark. And on Fortnite.
They're using Game Shark against me.
But Action Replay... The funniest part of Action Replay is the box art. They have the most, like, weird...
Insane combination of things.
They can't use official art.
Yeah.
So it's all made by who knows. Is there, like, one guy who does it? He has to be.
I don't know.
He has to have a name.
Which Action Replay for DS did you have? Mine was one you plugged it in like a game, and then it had its own like game slot sticking out the back of it.
That's what I think.
And then you put your actual game in there, and then it lets you like cheat.
Rectangle.
That's the one way I was able to get Darkrai in Pokemon Platinum.
Yeah.
Was through the game the Action Replay.
I remember. Yeah, so I didn't get it for a while, but I got it when Pokemon Black 2 came out. Black 2 and White 2. Excuse me. There's 2 games.
Yeah.
And I had gotten partway through the game, and then I got Action Replay, and it was my first time playing the game.
With the Action Replay?
Yeah.
That's...
Well, I was like, oh, let me have some fun.
We may or may not have had to cut out about 4 minutes of time there.
5 hours.
So we might be a little lost. We were talking about... Excuse us for that.
When I was on the Team Plasma boat.
Yes, that's what it was.
I remember I was at that point, and I Action Replayed, and I had all these Master Balls, all these Pokemon. It was crazy. And then I kind of just... played through the game as normal.
Did you Master Ball the trainer Pokemon?
No. But after that I was like, wait, I didn't realize I can't undo this. Whoops. And
Yeah, you just bricked.
You only have one save file.
You'd have to delete your whole save file.
So I don't think I ever actually went through.
Well, here's the thing with Black and White 2. Not only is it so just at the beginning, because it's literally like the same character but not the same.
You catch Riolu though.
Well, who cares? The thing with Riolu, I had when I was fighting the first gym leader. Do you remember the first gym? And it's normal. It's normal type.
Sharon.
Yeah, it's normal
Sharon.
type. Yeah, I think it's Sharon. Normal type, and it's like a level 10 or 12 Lillipup is like the. I had a level like 15 Riolu with attack up nature. I couldn't even two-shot that thing. Riolu sucks, bro.
Oh, really?
It is not good. I don't know if I was. I think I was using Force Palm. Yeah,
that was the point. That's why they put him there, because the first gym's normal.
Yeah, and I still was just like, this isn't fun. I'm getting bulked up on by a level 10 Lillipup.
That sounds like a you problem.
I swear I'm not bad at games, man. Swear I'm not bad at games.
Devin, when he can't press the same button as 6 times in a row, but he can slay on Fortnite, Call of Duty, Risk of Rain.
I don't know if any of the... Oh, Risk of Rain's
Peglin.
Dude, my Peglin strategy literally just be like discard every orb. and then...
Yeah, and then do
the refresh.
The cheese wheel.
Yeah. I think it's Dangerous Cheese? Big Cheese? Something like that.
Biggie Cheese. Big Do.
Big Do.
Any Big Do fans out there? Been to the Big Do in Lancaster? Drop a like in the chat. Drop a like in the chat right now.
Yeah, what was the band that we saw, like the big one?
Big Boy Brass.
It was Big Boy Brass, but also the one at the end, like the one that everyone.
Oh, the Districts.
The Districts. That's who they are. Yeah, they're from Lidditz, so they.
I'm from Lidditz.
Oh yeah, and you're Irish too.
Yep. And a good guy. 2 truths and 1 lie. Yeah, but I love cheat codes. I remember Pokemon.
Pokemon had cheat codes?
Well, I used
through the action replay.
But for ones that were kind of just already there.
What about games that had cheat codes built into them?
Lego Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars? Oh yeah, with like the mini kits.
Yeah, and like the cosmetic funny stuff.
Yeah, that's chill. See, like making cheat codes unlockable, that's kind of a genius idea.
I love that. That's so fun.
That's like top tier. Like there's obviously having a secret cheat code that's always there, like, you know, left, right, up, down, BA, select, start. That kind of stuff, it's like, it's neat, it's cool, but I want to strive and, like, play the game to unlock the funny, cool cheat code modes. I think this is going to be such a niche game. Lego Battles for the DS.
Yo.
There is a built-in unlockable cheat code. Like, so on each level, which is like a giant map you have to explore, somewhere on that is like a red brick. And if you find the red brick,
2x2 brick.
Yeah. If you find the red brick, you get or you get 10 of them or something. You can unlock a cheat code. It's something like that, and it forces you to play the game in a way that's different than if you were to just play it like normally. So it not only does it add replay value, because you like most of the time you're just gonna go back and try to find it a second time, or you're playing the game in a way that's like unique and different to what you were perhaps doing before. I think it's not only does it inspire unique gameplay, it's just fun. And I want to unlock the silly cheat code where all of a sudden I can one-shot every enemy and building with my level 1 trooper.
I want funny mode.
Because that's funny to me. Slaying dragons with my level 1 trooper just who pokes them with a stick and they just fall over and die. That's funny.
Lego games, they don't do them like they used to.
No. What was the new one? The Complete Saga? The Skywalker Saga?
Yeah, the Skywalker Saga. Which, it goes hard. I haven't played it, but they did a lot of cool stuff.
I heard the comedy was good.
They have a combo system.
Yeah.
And there is, like, mumble mode for the cutscenes, which I love. That would be a deal breaker if that wasn't in there. There's only, like, the voices. But also because the charm of the original games was that they only had the little...
Yeah. They're like, oh!
Yeah. I used to be able to do really good yoga.
Oh, the Yoda.
Yoda death noise. He's like, drop in the chat who did the better.
Oh, definitely.
One take.
Definitely not me.
But yeah, that was so much more fun. But then now they just replace the voices with the noises. But but they have longer cutscenes because they're voiced. So it's not as cool, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
There's a level in there called Better Call Maul. And guess what?
That's how you know the devs are having fun with the game.
That's how you know, yeah.
They're having fun with it.
They got a lot of delays, so it.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it ended up being like a genuinely good game. Never played it. I didn't think it was worth this. Was it $70? Or was it
No,
60?
60.
Surely not. Yeah.
There might have been like a DLC like upgrade thing.
Or like a premium version.
Yeah, with like 2 bones.
You know, you pay $100 and you get nonsense.
100 bones.
Yeah, I would really appreciate it if you could buy the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 Vault Edition. It's $120 and I get nothing.
Digital Deluxe makes me want to smash my head against the wall.
Give me a foam football. If there is a foam football edition to some sort of like premium edition or pre-order bonus, I'm buying that. I want the foam football
to chew on,
to eat, as a snack.
I was thinking, how nutritious would a pool noodle be? Because think about the cost.
It's like the same consistency and flavor as house insulation.
Yeah, it's like styrofoam. It's like this much.
Yeah, yay big. Yeah,
for like what, $1 perhaps.
It's definitely
you
like
can make that count
the
for
single most toxic, breakdownable, horrible for the environment plastic known to man. But could our stomach microbiome?
Explain to me how
could we digest
I'm
that?
80% styrofoam. Explain that. But if we're talking styrofoam and foam footballs, the Nerf DS cases.
Oh wow, dude! That brings back some memories.
If only I had one of those.
I forgot about those. My friend had one. The same friend who was the first person to ever let me play on their GameCube.
Ooh.
Had a DS Nerf case.
Shout out guy.
I forget his name. Yeah.
Ouch. That's
I think
cringe.
it was the son of a business partner of my father.
My father.
And so I was over at their
lived
house.
in Lancaster.
Yeah. My father, well, he didn't like
My father went to the Big Bro.
He didn't like what the IRS had to say.
He didn't like the district, so I killed him.
My father. Anyway, so.
Okay.
What are we talking about?
Jumping on.
No,
podcast.
never. Would never do that.
Well, that's the next episode's topic.
So let's talk about my trauma. No. Let's talk about instead. Great segue. Let's talk about instead the other thing we wanted to talk about. The new DLC for Elden Ring, Shadows of the Erdtree.
Oh.
So I wanted to bring this one up, just talk about it a little bit, because it brings up an interesting question. At least when it comes to From Software and the Dark Souls type games, this DLC, I mean, this one's taken longer than any other one to come out since the release of the original game. It's been like over a year now. But here's the thing, every single From Software DLC, it's like $20 to $40, and it's literally like a full game's worth of content again.
Well.
And like, nobody else does it like From Software. I would say From Software DLC is just so good. But my question is to you then, do you not feel like this should still be a part of the original game? Or do you think this DLC is still like, it's warranted and it's delayed just because it would take so long to include everything? Like, what's your opinion on that?
Is it kind of similar to Persona 5 Royal? Or is it
I think Persona 5 Royal is a little different because the way the narrative plays out. With Elden Ring and Dark Souls games, it's like, I think the DLC takes place before the end of the game. But in this case, we don't know that. Because the title is Shadow of the Erdtree, and the Erdtree is like the god life force thing of the game, it most likely takes place at the end of the canon ending, because there's multiple endings.
So it'd be like a post-game DLC.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, what's your opinion on that? Like, what's your take?
I think it depends on how it's structured, because you could make it into another game, but also it's cheaper to make it a DLC.
Yeah.
In terms of development costs, it might not be that much cheaper, but it makes more sense. And then, because then people would ask, well, why is this not just DLC?
It would mean one
and then they
time,
could charge
but
more.
yeah.
It'd be weird.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to have it as DLC, and I don't mind DLC if it's substantial content.
Yeah.
Like you said, $20-$40 for a whole game's worth of stuff.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah. Well, a whole $20 to $40 price tag worth of game. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's what I meant by that. Like, you're paying for what essentially is like a $20 game worth of content.
Okay.
That's sort of what my point was back then. But because a lot of the times I feel like, I mean, let's look at Destiny 2. How many DLCs have come out for Destiny 2 that are just full priced and they add like one new quest line?
Yeah, me no likey.
Yeah, it's like, but obviously it's continued development and it's like giant new areas, new weapons, and it's like you could make the same case. It's like, but the way Destiny 2 does it, all of a sudden it's predatory, and now if you want to play the full game, it's $300.
Ouch. The thing for me is when you're like, why was this not in the original game? Because with Elden Ring, it's like, okay, it is a complete, awesome, full game.
Yeah.
And if they add more to it, cool. But something like Splatoon, both 2 and 3, a lot of other games that like I don't know, Croc. I can't think. But you know,
I know what you
the
mean.
idea.
Yeah.
You finish the campaign. You're like, well, that was cool. Okay. You play the multiplayer. Like, okay, well, and you're like, well, there's not that much more. And then they're like, oh, here's the cool, good, like really cool.
Yeah,
campaign.
they hide all the good stuff behind
and
the paywall again. It's like,
okay, it's only $20, but come on, man.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that.
What was the Monster Hunter did this? Monster Hunter hides new mechanics and weapons and monster types behind their DLC. Like with the Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, they added a whole new like weapon mechanic, and I'm like, this is the coolest thing.
But it's only accessible if you have the DLC.
Only accessible if you have the DLC.
But then, so yeah, it's a silly one because that makes it more valuable. But also, you're like, oh, come on, why isn't this in the original?
This is
game?
a mechanic.
It kinda stinks that
it's
you
not.
have to,
It's not a giant like content dump.
Yeah.
It's a mechanic. That's
a mechanic.
that. Well, like
glue sniffing.
yeah. I mean, there's a whole bunch of like small mechanics, and in the specific one for Monster Hunter Rise.
I'm not a mechanic. I'm an engineer.
What's the difference?
What's the deal with gherkins? Sorry.
So speaking of,
Devin's
I think
mom.
this is.
What is it? It's a term of endearment.
Is that you call all your loved ones gherkins?
There's nothing to read in between or to read into. It's
Yeah.
just gherkin.
Yeah.
Okay, she's giving gherkin.
Well, I think we're getting to the end of our time here.
The time has ended. It's time to go.
As the sunlight flows through my
And the watermelon deteriorates in my fridge that I haven't eaten.
and illuminates your beautiful golden hair.
I'm staring into the sun.
It's like walking away into the sunset, but staring into the sun.
I burned a hole into my vision. I can only see like a third of you now.
You remember when they okay, totally off topic. Do you remember like when every cool game had the sun be like an enemy with like eye, like it's an eye, it's like it has its own face. It's like, don't look at me, you'll die.
Like Kirby.
Yeah, Kirby did it, Mario did it. Other games did it, surely.
Croc.
Tori 3D.
It's we always fall back on that. I love that. That's your Croc.
Yeah. I mean, I love that. I miss that. Same with bring back cheat codes. Bring back the enemy being the sun. I want to fight the sun
What about
and win.
the daughter? You take
boy.
you take the sun. I love Chowder.
Big Chowder guy?
I never really saw Chowder, but I saw the commercial about
Yeah, name more than one
Servings.
character
That's-
from Chowder.
Chowder, Mungal, Rattle Rattle,
Rattle.
pink one.
Is that Jasmine? Something like that.
No, it was she looks like the Gumball.
Anais.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love Darwin.
Dude, big gumball guy.
Speaking of gumballs,
How many are we chewing right now?
what kind of gum do you like?
Oh, is this our question?
And this will have more than the two answers.
Oh, is it open-ended or like we have a selection here?
So, well, limited to it's not an exhaustive list.
Okay.
You have icebreaker type cubes.
Okay.
You have Tic Tacs, regular gum like a what's the small rectangle one?
Like the Wrigley's and the
Well, Wrigley's is like a long, thin rectangle. What's
There's
the small like
fi-
trident?
Trident
Yeah.
and
Small, thick rectangle. That's
Yeah.
like a trident.
Yeah.
Or like a classic like Wrigley's.
what about like the double bubble
or like the little tube.
or like the Big League Chew? You ever
Or
eat
Big
that?
League Chew. Oh,
yeah.
I could go for some Big League Chew right now.
Chewing on the big leagues.
Or do you not like gum and you're weird and bad?
Yeah.
And also like gum flavor.
We need to know. We cannot give our answers here because we'll share those in the next one.
I won't give you my answer.
This is a tough question. I'm going to
I'm gonna have
spend
to
some
think
time.
about
Yeah,
this.
I'm gonna have to spend some time on this
You
one.
should go buy some gum because I haven't chewed gum in like 2 weeks.
You want? It's in the other room. You want some gum?
You want this?
No shot.
Got
You
it.
Got me with that.
I got him with the okay hand sign. Is that what you call it?
Can
On
we
the
cut that
floor.
out? Can we cut that? Dude, how loud was that
you're
scream?
cringe.
That got me. And I was so viscerally against what was happening. In that moment, I was like, I hate this.
You did not agree to that. That's
Wow.
not on the stipulations. Guys, thanks for listening and chewing, and we hope you continue to chew.
And also listen,
In
please.
regards to this episode of
Baton
Pass.
Pass. Whoa.
Whoa.
Thank you guys for watching and listening. We'll see you guys next time.
We'll see you next week, and bring your gum.